Yeah, look how far we made it, man. I came back for the summer. I told y'all I'd be back.
Let's go. Get it.
Now I'm forced to become personal. God forgives his children, I turned out less merciful. I wish lessons on enemies, even though they facing a bull. I'm hungry like a newborn, I eat until I'm full. Without some silverware, the claws out like werewolves. Strongest soldiers don't fold, we battle gods like Beowulf. Running through a banner, man, it's different when the summer hit. Now I give them anthems, I remember recycling fits. Hand me down won't the answer, remember seeing granny sick. Hope she not getting cancer, cause life will hit your pockets quick. This situation don't matter, find yourself inside a bitch.
What it is, what's going on? It's your boy Don Rashawn. I'm your host. We're in the building, we're on the block live. I got my boy in the building, Iman.
Peace to the guys and goddesses, yo. What's going on, man? Happy to be here on the block, here with a gracious host. First time getting to come through, so thank you very much, brother.
No question.
For sure, man, for sure.
So, first of all, I want to start off talking about your music, first and foremost, because you are an artist. So, my first question is, what got you into music?
So I've actually been doing music since I was about 8 or 9 years old. Before I used my voice as an instrument, I actually played instruments. I was in the orchestra in I was in the orchestra in elementary school at Campostella Elementary. I played the violin. So from playing the violin, I go into middle school, and my uncles, they were in a group back in the day called B-Side GMN. Shout out to CEO and shout out to my uncle Malcolm as well. And so from watching them and how far they were able to go with their music being in the background, it's three of us. It's me, my cousin Kenyante, and my cousin, shout out to Nia Perry, if anybody's familiar with her. So we, all three of us, came up making music as an outlet, you know, with everything going on in our environment and how much we were dealing with. Hip hop was a way for us to grow.
So let me ask you something. How would you describe your creativity process typically?
Stillness, honestly. It's of course everybody's not the same, but for me, I gotta step away. I gotta, as J. Cole said, let the years pass, live a little, you know? Let your experiences govern where you want to take your spirit. And once that happens, I go and I surround myself with stillness and I write, I create. Usually I like for it to just be me, a space, and I fill that space up with whether it's my metaphors, my rhymes, a story, or I might blend all three and I create.
So what type of style of music do you normally create when you create?
I honestly create. Of course, you'll have topics or like focal points or something that a song may focus on, but personally, I create. I don't like to confine myself to say I'm a conscious artist or, you know, a backpacker, because I might talk to you about an experience I had from being in the hood or in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Or I might talk to you about an experience I had removed from that in a completely different environment that I'll make relatable and connect with as many levels or as many walks of life that I can, because I'm only one person, but I don't like to confine my style. I'm as Bruce Lee would say, my style is to have no style, so that's my best.
You don't want to put yourself, you ain't gonna put yourself in a box.
Nah,
basically.
never that, man, never that.
There's really no limit to the creativity you can create, basically.
That's with anybody though, honestly, because you know we are all infinite thoughts, and so if you can produce infinity and I can produce infinity, then we are infinite, you know, right. Infinity. So yeah, man.
Alright, so what would you say keeps you going, like every day? What keeps you going? What keeps you into your music? Like what brings you to the studio? What makes you say, you know what? Let me write a song. Let me hit the studio. What drives you when it comes to your music?
I always have a drive to create. That's internal. My drive to create, even if I didn't have an audience, even when I didn't have an audience, I still created. I'm a creator. I do poetry, make music, I'm an MC, I'm an artist in all facets, mechanically and verbally, you know, and I'm a visionary, so I always see creations. And so as long as I'm creating, I feel alive, you You know what I mean? And so it's different things that drive me to go to a studio or create a song. But as far as what drives me to create, no, that's my internal motive.
So you got a fire that's within you that basically keep pumping, not just you, but everybody does. But people may not know that, you know what I'm saying? So you got fire in you that you got pumping in your veins and pumping in your heart that you can be inspired by and keep pumping every day. But you got to tap into yourself in order to find that and do your creativity.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now, as far as outside of the music, you also said you into other things as well, right?
A lot. So I'm also the CEO of a clothing brand, the Virginia Supply Company, which I'm actually wearing one of the sweaters from 2021. So
That's dope.
outside of
Cardinal,
yeah, for sure. I appreciate that, man. So I use the cardinal, not just because it's the state symbol for Virginia, you know, the state bird, but also cardinals are angelic. They're representatives of ancestors being present around you. So I use that to brand my company. I'm also a commercial printer at Exclusive Print Media, located in Virginia Beach, Virginia. We work with a lot of brands from Maiden, Norfolk, Paladori. We've also worked with a lot of schools, Booker T. Washington. More recently, we worked with Junior University as well, which I actually was a part of that program as a child. So
that's dope.
The full 360 moment of the woman who was there when I got like inducted into the program, I'm shaking her hand, jogging her memory, handing her a box of shirts 10, 15 years later, you know, as a product of that program. And so
That's crazy.
Not just that, also any community activism I can get into, which is helping our young brothers and sisters, mentorship and volunteering as well. I recently conducted a workshop between Exclusive Print Media, my company, the Virginia Supply Company, and my mother's company, Carvella's Closet. And last summer we did, in conjunction with Teens with a Purpose, a fashion show and entrepreneurship workshop that helped uniform them to work for themselves, have skill sets, learn about merchandise, fashion, marketing, and promotion, and then showcase it, put it all together, and execute it in the end. So that's.
So you saying y'all had an event? Y'all did an event recently?
For sure, that was last summer of 2022 with Teens with a Purpose, where we had conducted that workshop and fashion show, and they had put it all together right before their own summer festival. They had did that, so we had a ball, man, for sure.
So what about 2023? Y'all thinking about doing another one for this summer?
I would love, as a matter of fact, what I will say is this, because I don't want to say too much. We are now working on, not even working on, it's already done. We're finalizing our nonprofit. We just recently started a nonprofit, so we'll be opening up programs, events. We'll be looking for internships as well for young brothers and sisters that are in the area to bring them up to the shop, to Exclusive Print Media. So definitely be on the lookout in 2023 for events from that parent company itself, but also multiple companies underneath it. Bador, myself, the Virginia Supply Company, my little brother, he has a company as well. Yes, y'all see his amazing story. You got Just a Kid from Norfolk. So, and any other brand we can tap in with, just, it's a lot that's already in motion, man.
Wow,
for sure.
That's big. That's major. You hear that? You tapped in. Anybody need anything? Plug in.
That's exactly what I would say to
You on the
anybody
block
right now that's on
live.
the front lines or any back lines, okay? It's love.
Fuck praising these politicians.
Yeah.
I'm trying to break the bank. Hit the store for lease like trees or wooden planks.
Oh, word.
Like days of Ed and Eddie. Little children and empty bellies. Reminiscing about old time bumping Wheezy or Nelly. School's on for free lunch, no crust, PB and jelly. Had a few role models still willing to help me. Seen them as a person, can't accept what they tellin'. The burden of intellect, insight and no vision. Yet looking for better opportunity. I won't let this world ruin me, nah.
Hell no.
Art pieces and projects constantly facing scrutiny. When